Buddy Shelton down here. Got the head hog, Razorback Billy. Tyler Huff, man, LETV, and Jay Davis. I'm Morgan Smith. It's my favorite time of the year. How about it?
It's back.
Finally.
It's back.
Most exciting time. I'm ready.
The Mother Nature even said it's football season.
I know. I had to
Weather
cancel our
this morning.
pregame just in case.
Dang.
Hate to do that, but
I don't know. I
can't afford another set of equipment.
Watch the temperature.
I just love how the opening weekend's setting up. We got football, high school football on Thursday. That's going to be good to watch. Great games on Friday, and then Saturday there's a few good college games that I'm going to be watching.
I bet so.
Oh, this is going to be a busy, big weekend right here.
I think Saturday may be the greatest college football opener of all time. Legitimately. You got Lee Corso.
Yeah.
Last show that morning. Then whoever did this Texas-Ohio State game at noon should be fired and killed, to be honest with you.
Is it on Fox?
Yes.
That's why.
Then you got Clemson and LSU.
Yep.
And then Florida, somebody else. I don't know. But them not putting Ohio State, Texas as a night game is just crazy to me. In the shoe, all that. I don't know. But, man, shout out Lee Corso. I'm going to be watching. I'm excited to
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a sad – I mean –
it is going to be sad,
It
man.
is
Like
sad deal.
I've literally been watching this since I was a kid.
Grew up with him.
You know,
for sure.
I saw
Not
him
so fast.
I saw him at the Texas Ohio State playoff game, and he was from me to you to me, and almost just like, hey man, let me get a picture. You know, he looks old.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
really
yeah,
old,
for
bro. I
sure.
mean, I know he looks old on TV, but he looks way older in person.
the retirement of the headgear.
Yeah, man, it's a sad day, but I'm looking forward to it. To watch it. But, man, let's kick this off. Texas High versus Legacy. Last year, 37-13 win for the Tigers. Billy, tell me how you see this playing out this year.
Well, Legacy's a 6A team, and typically, has a little size and a little quickness or whatever, but they've just been down for the last few years. I think they've lost their starting quarterback in the preseason or before the season started, and I don't look for them. The Tigers are tough this year. Had a good scrimmage against Longview. Had a few people out. You learn a lot from that scrimmage. You don't see a lot, but the coaches learn a lot. And I think the Tigers will roll tonight. I think it'll be closer than everybody's predicting. I'm usually that glass half full.
Well,
kind of guy,
first game of the year. Last year, 494 total yards for the Tigers. It's going to be interesting to see how different it looks with Cam Reitner at the helm, but I like what I saw against Longview.
Man, I'm telling you what, Cam, Swiss Army knife as we call him, he can do about everything on the football field, but man, he literally, that ball comes out of his hand so fast, and to get it to those receivers that we have in space quick, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a popcorn season.
He also has a couple guys he can just hand the ball to. As
Oh,
well.
yeah.
absolutely.
They're not short in talent anywhere.
No. Legacy has a few really good defensive linemen, so I'm anxious to see, our up front matchup with them and see how, I thought if anything, our run blocking against Longview was a little suspect, but we had some guys out on the line, so I'm anxious to see, Quay and my guy Pancaking from the other side, Chisholm. I'm anxious to see that matchup with those guys and see, because that's going to give you a good test going forward into postseason maybe.
Duncan McGee on the defensive line, TCU commit. I've been saying it since he was a sophomore, like, hey, this dude's going to be one of the top players in the state, and he's grown into that.
Yeah,
And something about this Darth Vader-looking helmet he wears just makes it even more scary.
Man, I'm telling you, some of those new helmets look like a spaceship.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, defense a year older, like you said, especially in the secondary. But that defensive line, they're out for blood this year.
Well, don't leave out Cooper, linebacker.
Oh my! I mean, he's a trained assassin. He's all over the field. It's going to be they're going to be flying to the ball. They're going to be strong up front, but But man, on offense, the playmakers, Shavonte Montgomery, Braylon Pearson, T-Ball.
I think we all know what T-Ball, probably what to expect this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Shavonte Montgomery's progressed.
Man.
You know, into this season.
He's not to cut you off, but Ahmad Moore as well.
Ahmad Moore. I mean,
Third back
here's
last
what I'm anxious to see. You know, Ahmad Moore will be the feature back this year, and I haven't seen him as that. He's come in the game. He's come in the game in some big times. He's come in the game early as well, and man, it just seems like every time he touches. Here, Omar, I'm just standing up. Every time he touches it, he goes for 6. But I'm anxious to see how he holds up. But running behind that offensive line. Man, it's going to be one of those years.
Predictions for tonight?
I'm going to say Texas High 34. Going to have a delt kick. And I'm going to say Legacy 13.
All right.
Pretty much
About
what-
exactly what they did last year, pretty much. All right. What time are you getting out to the field?
I'll be there just before 5 o'clock.
So a lot earlier than you got here to the show.
Yeah,
You got the fireworks ready?
yeah. But I run this thing. You see,
I can't get a polo, Jerry. I'm looking at you like, where did you get that? He tried to tell me it was from
Hey,
years ago. Jerry's told me that before.
here's the thing. Now that you wear the same size as me, I'll get you plenty. How
All
about
right.
that?
Oh, shots fired. But
No, it's good. I'm
I know
saying.
that's good. Yeah, hey.
Switching over to PG Atlanta. Last year, Jay, I remember the roughest first quarter I had watched in a long time for Pleasant Grove in this Atlanta game. This Atlanta game, to this day, is our most watched football game day's ever had.
The PG Atlanta game.
Yeah, it
last
had
year?
over like 115,000 views and
I was there.
during the game. It's nuts.
The one thing that I will give Atlanta is, this goes back to historic games back even in the late '80s. Atlanta has always gotten up for Pleasant Grove. It doesn't matter, same conference, same district, different conferences. They drop down in size. Those coaches get those players up, and Atlanta always has some phenomenal skill players. Their track team, their players play all year round, and so they're going to be in shape. And I mean, it's gonna that first half, I think is going to be a very, very good game tonight.
So what you're saying is you can throw the records out right now.
Correct. Yes. No. There's nothing about records. I do think that the depth for Pleasant Grove is going to end up being a difference maker.
I do believe that that's a big difference when you're playing up divisions like Atlanta is.
Because Atlanta's going to have a lot of players playing both ways, and Pleasant Grove you're going to see maybe 2, maybe 3.
Which is new for Pleasant Grove.
Correct. And I think that's on purpose. There's been some times, in some games where our guys seemed a little bit gassed, and no blame there.
Yeah, right.
'Cause, I mean, they've given it their all. But I do think that depth that Pleasant Grove has been able to develop with their players is going to be a difference maker this year.
But near the end of the season last year, or through the year, I would hear people say, "This is our year. This is our year. This is our year," and I was like, "Okay, well next year they're going to kind of be down or whatever." Man, I'm hearing all these names. They have a ton of people back that I didn't even know, and man, they've got some playmakers.
They do. One thing, like they're playing football year round.
Yeah.
Which let's say like a team, let's say use Atlanta for instance. Like those kids, a lot of those kids play a ton of different sports, and that's just to be expected at the 3A level to put a lot of these teams together. Like these coaches have to go out and recruit kids to play basketball and baseball and things that maybe they wouldn't play if they were at a 6A school or something. So, but Pleasant Grove, I mean, these kids are literally practicing football year round. Like they're
No doubt.
football players. So
I'll tell you what I thought was, I know this is kind of a little off a little bit, but how big the football program is. Because if you look at pictures on social media last night, they split the JVs. They had JV-A, JV. One went to Jefferson and one was in New Boston. Man, just the sideline of kids, that came out for that football program. I was like, man, it's huge.
yeah, it's the largest group I believe they've had since game day started.
Well, they and this is a good problem to have, but they had to go back to the well, I think, 3 times for helmets, just making sure that they had enough helmets for kids. And so, when you start developing and you start growing your program, when you start having selections of, hey, you can play defense, you can play offense, now you got 20, 22 guys that are able to play, where in the past you had probably maybe 13 or 14 because you've got them playing both ways.
And that's not bad during their regular season or whatever, but once you get into playoffs and you start playing those better teams that don't go both ways, then that's where it starts. Are they going to sling it around this year, Jay?
I think that you're going to have a little bit different offense than what Pleasant Grove's been used to. Colt Yancey's coming in, junior quarterback.
Big old dude, isn't he?
You definitely can walk into a room and you know that he's QB1.
Yeah.
And I had the experience to meet him during the summertime, and he was definitely out to eat with his linemen, which is very, very smart as a brand new quarterback, getting to know your linemen. And so I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. And he's got some wide receivers that can book it and can get up. So
I was told by a little source that they had
probably
their
isn't true then.
Oh no! These 6 o'clock morning practices they had, quarterback practices or whatever. That this dude can absolutely sling the ball. Ooh. So, looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I better put some power behind it.
Yeah. So,
I'm looking forward to seeing him hit somebody. And
he looks like a linebacker, but evidently he'll be playing no
think,
linebacker.
Will he block a little bit
thinking,
if he pitches it or?
Yeah, and I'm thinking we're probably not going to want him to do that the first few games. Yeah. But once we get into district and open up the entire playbook for him, it's going to be fun to watch him.
I'm excited for it. That kickoff is at 7 o'clock tonight. Matt Stepp from Dave Campbell's Texas Football will be there. Always a good time to see him. Jay, give me your prediction for tomorrow or tonight.
I think that we're going to be looking at something like a 35 to 18.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's switch it over to Liberty Ilo, Pittsburgh. 48-7 win last year over Pittsburgh, but man, things are going to look a lot different for LE this year. Just lost so much, and got my man Tyler Huff here. Congratulations on the LE TV position.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
What kind of stuff you going to be teaching in there?
LETV stuff.
There you go.
We're just doing a lot of camera work.
Let me tell you a lot of stuff I learned when I was in school that you should consider adding. Stop, drop, and roll. These kids need to learn how to stop, drop, and roll. Go ahead and start a DARE program because everybody's out here offering you free drugs. Yeah. So add those two things.
I forgot about all that.
Yeah, it'll be success. I mean, I've used stop, drop, and roll every other day of my life.
Yeah, that's right.
And then tornado. You got to get your book out and get up against the wall.
Look, there's a tornado shelter next door.
We'll see.
They don't even have books. Hey, but you can't even do that no more. They don't even have books.
Get your iPad. Put your iPad over your.
Yeah,
we're going
Chromebook.
to the tornado shelter next door. That's all I know.
Well, they didn't care about us that much when I was in school.
Yeah, right.
But in all seriousness, this Liberty Ilo team is going to look completely different.
Yeah, completely different. No other way to put it. You obviously lose a lot of valuable pieces to last year's team. But with that being said, they do return a good core nucleus of guys that played a lot of important football last year. Obviously, you went 4 rounds deep. You had a few sophomores, a few juniors on that team last year that played some big roles. Biggest piece you lose, obviously, is your quarterback, Trip Basinger, which was, like I kind of told Coach Willard the other day, probably 90-95% of your offense last season. Whether he was throwing the ball, running the ball, whatever he was doing. So, obviously, you got to replace him, and there's some options there. I've been to practice a few times. We've had 2 scrimmages the past couple weeks, and there's some valuable options there. I think he knows who his guy is. I won't speak on that. I'll let him do all that tomorrow when the game starts. But I've liked what I've seen out of the quarterback play. I've liked what I've seen defensively. Defensively, I think we're going to be very, very sound. I think that we have more team speed defensively than we probably had last year. There's a lot of young guys on this team. There's probably like 7 to 8 freshmen on this varsity team alone, and a few of them will be playing valuable pieces in the secondary. And so Coach Willard is optimistic with those guys. He thinks that they'll be able to grow early in the season.
I mean, I think that group could possibly win it in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And there's a lot of those younger guys that are going to be developmental guys that'll maybe next couple of years be a part of that same nucleus of guys. So there's going to be a lot of growing pains early, I'm pretty sure, as we obviously are playing all upper-class schools in non-district. But I think once you get out of non-district, get your feet wet a little bit, I think we can kind of see the offense start to rolling, and hopefully we can pull off some big wins and head into the playoffs.
Well, and two, what they hadn't had in a while is that core nucleus who's been there and kind of done that, who's gone, 3-4 rounds in the playoffs, and the drive to get back to that, they know what to teach the younger guys or whatever. So, you go through a regular season gearing up for that playoffs, you can get those guys to that level. So
One thing I will say is with the quarterback spot, you have guys that have been in the system, or while they may have not been, the starter last year, or maybe not been valuable pieces to the team last year, they've been in the system. They know what's expected. They know the daily routine, and so and when we have athletes, that's one thing about LE. We're never short of athletes. We have speed for days, and then you got to think about it. And the best thing for a new quarterback is having a guy at running back that can help you out and take the load off your shoulders. And so I think we have that with Arian Taylor, and then we have a second back in Jaquise Bell and a couple other guys that are very, very dangerous with the ball in their hands and explosive. So there's going to be growing pains, of course, as I said, but I think you have enough pieces in place and enough talent around the team to kind of make some noise for sure.
I think, man, Arian Taylor's going to have 30-plus carries. I mean, I just – and Coach may be sitting there listening and laughing like, yeah, right. But, like, hey, new quarterback, new everything almost. I'm giving it to the dude who I know can do it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He had 1,000 yards as a sophomore. And at one point in the season, he wasn't even the featured back. He moved from playing linebacker at the beginning of the season, moving to, full-time running back at middle point of the season last year, and still rushed for 1,000, yards in, 14 games. So I think his development will –
Football is one of those sports, like, you can't say this about – you might be able to walk in a basketball gym. That dude's 6'8". Oh, he probably can hoop.
Right.
But when you walk out on a football field and you can immediately point out a dude, and we've all done it, like Cuero game. Oh, boy, like I hadn't watched a single high school football game that year, but I just looked out there and was like, okay, who is that?
Right.
Like, that's the reason they're here. He looks like that to me.
Right.
And give him another year, like he's a legitimate Power 5 guy.
No, he is. He's obviously on a couple people's radar. He still has, 2 years to play this year. Obviously, next year is senior year. One thing Coach Willard kind of talked about is he's a guy, AT is a guy that really doesn't get to participate in spring football because he's a baseball guy. He was on a part of a state championship run for the past 2 seasons. So he really hasn't got to have spring football. But listening to Coach Willard talk about they played that state championship game Thursday in June, and then that very next Monday he was at workouts like he's been there the past 2 months with everybody else, and came in being a leader. And that's one thing that I think you'll see from him more probably is him being a more vocal guy, a bigger leadership role for him. And so I'm very optimistic for AT and this team for sure.
Liberty Allo TV is going to be handling the stream for us. You will, I believe, be the only action for us on Friday night.
Yeah,
on
tune in.
Yeah,
pressure's on us.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
Not at all.
How's the transition been?
No, the transition's been it's been great. Blessed for this opportunity, to be honest with you. Blessed to be in this role, where I'm from, and so it's honestly no other way to put it, a blessing. But it's been a great transition. Mr. Makarumba laid the foundation, and so for me it's just easy to kind of plug and fill and just continue what he's already built upon and continue to find ways to make the program even better.
So I would have loved to have had this type of technology back when I was in high school.
It's crazy.
I mean, it would have been so much fun to be able to be a part of it. And so I know you'll do a tremendous job making it even better than how Ronnie left it to you.
And I'm kind of different, Jay. I'm glad this technology, because when I was playing sports, if you would have had it, I would have looked a lot slower.
Well, the thing is, the football guys, they come visit a lot knowing that we have pictures and highlights, and so
yeah, no doubt.
I don't know.
I'm just glad we didn't have cell phone cameras.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Well, they don't either now.
Hey, my mom didn't know where I was when I had a pager.
Hey, well, they don't either in school now, so
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I bet they don't.
my class is valuable with those cameras now. So
Yeah.
Well, man, best of luck to LE tomorrow night. Let's switch this over to area games. We'll start with Longview Lufkin, 88th meeting. Want to start with, man, it's been a tough week for the Lobos.
Oh, man.
Coach King diagnosed with mouth cancer. I got a call from Frank, I guess, the morning he, told his football team before he headed down to MD Anderson. And thoughts and prayers go out to him, just a absolute legend.
Legend.
I mean, I saw something the other day. His record is like 235-50 or something. Like,
You know, and one thing I can say about Coach King is like this. He's got that brings back that '90s football.
oh, dude, I've
just
seen
is
him
the
do
way
some
he
wild
talks and-
stuff that nobody else could get away with.
Right,
man.
you know.
Some stuff that you kind of want to laugh, but you're scared to laugh.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Coach King. He can still afford to do that. The reason being is if a lot of guys, say, okay, well, you get over there on the sideline. Well, there's nobody to replace him with. He's got 90 others on the sideline that he can just turn to.
Let
and
me
say,
tell you something. I know. If he had nobody to replace
Yeah,
him, like
he'd do
that
the
dude
same
stands
thing.
on
You're
business.
right.
Like he stands
You're
on
right.
business like
Good
nobody
call.
else I've ever met.
Yeah.
And if he says like, "Hey, this is the way it's going to be," it's the way it's going to be. But as someone who grew up in that community, putting the rock, I never got to put the rock and nail on my helmet. Like I ended up at Spring Hill my junior year, so he had like those kids there. Like that's what they want, and it means something to stand on that sideline and be a part of that program. And he's, this goes back. Robert Bureau in the '90s is probably the last coach I can remember, and he coached me. And Coach King taking over. I can't remember the guy's name that came in after Bureau, but it's been nothing but winning. He's never missed the playoffs. He's played for a ton of state championships, and it's just I would describe this. If you're going to do it in straight state championships, okay, you're going to have to go with a Salina or Alito, something like that. But if you look at the body of work over a career, hey, he's in an elite group.
And just the respect that he
Absolutely.
demands from across the state of
Yeah,
Texas.
I mean, Coach King tells you, like, this is something we're going to do. Like, just go ahead and put it in concrete.
Right, for sure.
But Longview, Lufkin, I don't know how great of a game this will be. The only thing that has me a little worried is, Longview has brand new offensive line. Boosie's not at running back anymore. You still have Trey at quarterback who's slinging around. You have Herden out at wide receiver, who will be one of the top 3 wide receivers in the country in his class. Longview reloads, but defense, they have a lot of reloading.
Wasn't this a low-scoring game last year?
Yes, Longview won like 7-3 or something, if I remember right. But they just played terrible. But that's normal for Longview. Like they just start off like that, and here's what Longview has that they haven't had in the past. They hired an offensive coordinator from the college level. They're gonna throw the ball around more. They're gonna spread it out. It won't look like the Longview of old.
Got a good kicker as well.
Yeah, so we'll see how. I'm really excited to see how this team looks different, just from the fact how they're going to be throwing the ball around.
24-10 Longview.
I think Longview's going to put up more than 24. But I say that, but they haven't in the first week of the year. When they had Marshall week 1, it was always a blowout. But
Yeah.
Lufkin is a top 15 team in 5A, so we'll see. But shout out to the Lobos, Frank Keaton down there. Do a great job. You can watch that on Longview Game Day or on our YouTube page. Well, speaking of our YouTube page, Facebook will only let us put one live thing on at a time. So it won't be a bunch of just go to Facebook and find it. You literally have to go subscribe to our YouTube page to be able to watch all the games.
Do that now. Don't wait till you.
Yeah, I don't want to be getting text messages, and somehow my phone number is somewhere. And it's going to start ringing at like 7:01.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to give it out?
Whoever's doing, man, I silence it right about kickoff. Yeah. And then about 30 minutes after, whoever it is will stop. But y'all know who's calling. You need to take care of your parents. Let me say that. If you're a kid watching and you know your parents going to call me, you need to just go ahead and get them lined out. I don't need to try to tell them how YouTube works. Because I always hear, what is YouTube? Like, come on now. You know what YouTube is.
Now they have to go download the app, log in.
Yeah. But the biggest game in the state, I'm going to be at Kilgore Carthage. Number 3 Kilgore, number 1 Carthage comes to Kilgore. Coach Fuller's got an absolutely loaded roster. This Carthage team may be on paper most stacked team they've ever had.
I'm going to tell you, Kilgore, Texas High used to play them in pre-district all the time, and they were always smash mouth. It used to be a really, really good game, Texas High Kilgore, and I think that's set up to be a really good game. They'll give Carthage all they want. Carthage will give them all they want. You're going to be there?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. Kilgore won this game last year, and
it was a close one too, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Fuller, man, he isn't playing no games. This dude's playing anybody that wants some.
Right.
So we'll be covering Kilgore this year through Longview Game Day, and really excited for Coach Fuller. And I want to see the environment of this game. Like, you know, I haven't been to a Kilgore game, I don't think, ever. Maybe since Jamar Toombs was there, which, God, I don't even know when that was. 20 years ago? God, I feel old saying that.
Sure.
But that dude could ball. You had to go see him in person. Played at A&M, if I'm not mistaken. But Carthage, number 2 running back in the state, number 1 linebacker in the state, both committed to A&M, I believe. And I'm sure they have 15 Division I people move in somehow. So
That's at Panola County.
Going with Razorback Billy over there to the Hogs. So.
Yes, sir.
yeah, making a bad decision.
No.
You know. But really, really excited about that. I just want to see a great football game, and I just don't think either one of these teams could blow the other one out.
Not on either, especially with both of them played in state title games last
Oh, yeah,
year.
yeah.
You know, Kilgore lost, but I'm sure that'll be a motivational factor to
Hey,
beat the defending
Coach
champion.
Norton just popped on, man. What's up, Coach?
Speaking of legends,
Yeah, dude. Hope everything's going well. I hadn't talked to him in a while. He's still out in DFW. Isn't he? All right. Stop by and see me next time you're in town. Tell me about them Hornets. I know you're over there dying to talk about them. Yeah, dude. He's just like, I was going to wait and make them very last just so he thought, we're not going to talk
first
about
of all,
them. But
I'm going to try to get my beard like my man here.
Well, I had to find me a guy, man. Morgan wouldn't hook me up with who his dude was, so.
I mean, I don't even have a.
You don't have a beard.
You
now.
don't shave that. Don't you sit there and tell me that you cut that beard in like that.
I do.
You a
I
lie.
use a number 3 and just.
He don't cut that in like
How
that.
often do you cut
What are you
yours?
talking? Are you talking
About
about my
every 2
shave?
weeks? Yeah.
Every 2 weeks?
Yeah, I
Can you-
shave. What are you talking
Every-
about?
No.
Every 2
You didn't cut them lines in and all that
Yes,
stuff.
I did.
Okay.
Every
all right.
2 weeks, can you go take care of my
I
man
ain't,
buddy?
buddies just hey, some people can't be helped.
Oh,
Try
no.
to act
So,
like I go somewhere to do
I
that.
don't know. He's got a little cabbage back here.
Look, yeah, man, this
I
dude,
like it.
he's in his midlife crisis.
no, so, man, you know, we expect the Hornets to be good this year. They're senior loaded. You know, a lot of returners from last year. Got some young guys that have stepped up. You know, we look for good things. We're pretty deep. Feel confident at, you know, Kayvon Stigger. He's coming into his junior year. He's still got I don't remember how many. I want to say he probably had around 500 yards last year. And I'm sorry if I misquote Kayvon, but you know, he really came on strong towards the end of the year last year, and he's grown a lot, put on a lot of weight. He looked good in our Paul Hewitt scrimmage, so look for good things from him. Had a Henderson boy move in from Mesquite. His family's from Hooks. Relocated. He relocated back to Hooks, so he gave us.
You don't have to back it up.
Gave us some.
That was
Hey, it is.
that clip is going to the UIL.
Yeah. But
Hey,
anyway,
we're
give
all
us some
family.
give us some
We're all
old depth at
family.
running back, and offensive line looks good. So, man, I just look for good things this year. It's my son's senior year, so I'm
right.
a little biased there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Birdwell just Venmo'd you $20.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. So, looking for good things, you know. So,
Speaking of Birdwell, Rip playing baseball or football in college?
man, you know, I really think you know, he's good at everything.
Yeah.
You know, but I think his heart really lies with baseball. So I look for Rip to play somewhere baseball. I'm not sure where, but you know, I look for him to go play baseball. But we all know that he can sling the football too. You know, so somebody could come down with some crazy, you know, little football offer or something. He may take it. I don't know, but lucky to have him. He's good.
Yep. By District Buddies prediction, 14-10 Harmony.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you told me before we got on.
No, I did not say that. That's not true. I'm saying I'm going with Hooks with putting that 30 burger on them. You know, dropping that goose egg on them on that defense.
All right, somewhere Frank Gallagher's screaming for it, and
Frank's yeah, he's probably still in bed, but he got somebody.
he's got
recording
somebody
it.
screen recording.
Yeah, he got somebody screen
everything
recording it.
Well, Dave Campbell's has it has
16.
16. So are you 16? Are you?
No, I mean I like that, but I'm saying we're gonna put that 30 spot on him.
All right.
I feel confident about that.
Okay. Is it at Hooks or Harmony?
It's at Hooks.
It's at Hooks this year. Okay.
Home opener.
Yeah, so if you're anybody's out around Hooks and you want to come to a good atmosphere, just come on down to Hornet
I
Stadium.
will say that. Like, hey, you want to go see a good small town atmosphere, Hooks is as good or better than anywhere in the state, I would say.
Yeah, we
You
like
know what y'all got to do? You got to get those local businesses to like put signs up on the windows, like do the whole.
You know, I
extra
just
thing.
watched. You know, I caught, I guess, the first of Varsity Blues the other day. You know, and
Yeah.
you know how the whole town shuts down, and you know all that stuff.
Are y'all 7:30 kickoff or 7? It seems like everybody's moving to 7 for some reason.
So, yeah, I don't know. So this one's 7:30. But if you look at our schedule, like our first couple are 7:30, and then it goes back to 7 o'clock. So
Huh?
I don't know.
Typically, they may do that, and ours are exactly the opposite. But typically, they do that because of the heat early.
Right.
Want to keep them in the heat?
Hmm?
They want to keep them in the heat
No,
longer. Like, I don't know what you're talking
no, I
about.
said it starts at 7:30.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but all the games we're doing, everybody's playing at 7.
No, that's what Texas High is always pre-district 7, and then
Then
7:30
they
in
switch
district.
7:30.
Mhm.
Okay. Gladewater at Dangerfield. Kind of. How's this Dangerfield team going to look this year?
Well, so I watched some of their highlights from their scrimmage. They got a big quarterback. You know, of course, he didn't play. I don't know where he played last year. I mean, in the system, but man, he looked really good. Of course, they always going to have speed.
Yeah.
And actually, we've seen them in 7-on-7. Some of their guys back during the summertime, they can absolutely fly. So I look for them to be just as good.
I just
as they
can't
were last
ever
year.
imagine Dangerfield having a bad team. Which, by the way, I saw something the other day. I don't know where I saw it at, but they had the top Texas high school football teams ever.
The only bad year that they ever had was when Frank Gallagher was on the team. And that was
Yeah, I
like
can
his
see
senior
that.
year.
That's
So
like
they were
people do talk about
they were
how bad
terrible that
Frank
year.
was.
Yeah.
And he brought everybody down with him. Is what
Sure,
they said.
sure enough.
But the Odessa Permian team from Friday Night Lights, the movie, was number 2, I believe. The Dallas team, Carter, was number 3, which I really thought they should be number 2, but you know I didn't make the list. But number 1, the 82 or 83 Dangerfield team, allowed what 8 total points?
Yeah, so it's
And
8
like
or 10 or
14
something.
shutouts or
Yeah.
something. Like,
That was ridiculous. You know, I mean, I've looked over that season who they played. They absolutely just whipped everybody.
man,
How does that happen?
how many did any of them dudes play professional football?
I don't know. I
Like, I in the state of Texas, especially like I travel a lot, and then you know everybody, how's Texas high school football? And like, I'm like, it's the most competitive high school state, bar none. You know, a lot of people like to talk about California, a lot of people like to talk about Florida, Georgia, and they'll bring up Mater Dei or IMG Academy. I'm like, listen, give me 50 of the Texas's top players, and that ass is to get whooped.
oh yeah.
No
Like
question.
you're talking like, and they don't know. They're just not educated. They think, I watch Mater Dei play on ESPN. Well, like that's a hand-picked team. Let them come play a hand-picked Texas team. You know, I know Mater Dei came down and gave it to Duncanville or whoever it was, maybe DeSoto, whoever it was. But that's a team of kids in a community.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Give me
Yeah.
the best 50 Texas high school football players, and I would take them against anybody. Like it wouldn't even be.
It wouldn't even be
down.
close.
Yeah. I don't know. They get me really, really mad with that stuff. Because I mean, that's what everybody always.
No, they
That's
do.
what
They
they
really
like to
do.
argue.
I noticed
with.
the heat right here
Well,
turned up.
they like. They're just stacked teams.
Yeah.
Like IMG Academy has the best teams or the best players that they can get in an entire country. Mater Dei, the best players they can get in an entire state. Okay. Give me the best Texas players.
Right.
Like, I'll take that every year. You got a bounce? All right, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Hey, good to see you, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Evidently, he doesn't believe Texas players or, you know.
You know I love Texas, except against a certain team, but I'm
Arkansas.
not gonna go that way today.
Well,
See,
either way, I don't even remember what we were on, but Dangerfield.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so-
I'm talking how great the competition is in Texas.
Right.
And for them to do that, like, was football not that great in '82, or was
it 82 or 83? One of them.
Yeah,
years.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
you can't go anywhere in East Texas and sit at a small town restaurant and have a football logo of any kind on your shirt, and some old man's not going to walk up to you and, you heard about the
the 83 Dangerfield
Yeah.
Tigers. Yeah.
I mean, I've been hearing about it since I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
You know, but Dangerfield, man, just a long line. I was told this one time, and it sounds like it can't be true, but maybe it is. Every generation since I guess early '80s has won a state championship. I don't even know how that can be true,
Wow.
but that was said to me one time, and I would not believe it anywhere else. But because it's Dangerfield, it makes me think maybe that is true.
Dang, was that Tyler in that Batmobile out there?
I mean, we need to get the LETV job.
Yeah, right.
All right, Coach Surratt, Lennon Kildare at Paul Pewitt. It says Omaha Pewitt on here though. Why do they call it Omaha Pewitt?
Man, so I've been told this story, and I don't even want to jack it up, and I don't want to have no Paul Pewitt folks or Omaha folks coming at me. They got enough problems going on down there in their city council. I don't know if y'all seen that stuff on TikTok, but woo, it's crazy.
Wait, it's on TikTok?
Oh man. Anyway, but
Hold on. What's the name of that little town?
which one?
The one you're talking about.
Paul
It's-
Pewitt,
It
Omaha?
ain't Pewitt. It's something else. They call it something else on TikTok. I think I've seen what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Something about the secretary or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they got some gangster stuff going on down there. But anyway, Paul
Hey,
Pewitt.
hold on. 1983. My buddy, my best boss I've ever had is on right here. Kelly Norris. He fired me, by the way. Gave up less than 1 foot per play. Did not allow a defensive touchdown. 1983.
83.
Hey, real deal. Kelly was best boss I've ever. If I didn't have him as my first boss,
You wouldn't be here right now.
I'd be alive doing something. But like, dude was a great teacher.
Right.
Great teacher. Glad we had him. Frank. Me and Frank both worked for him. He fired both of us.
Fire both of y'all.
Anyway, city council's wilding out down there.
Yeah, wilding out on TikTok and stuff like that.
Naples. Great
Yeah,
cook.
Naples.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
Cook
Yeah.
drywall. Not
Yeah.
drywall.
Yeah, isn't it Naples,
I
Omaha?
call it drywall.
But no, of course we scrimmaged Paul Pewitt. I mean, they got some big kids. I'm not, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, but they run that old school wing tee looking stuff where the guy stands sideways at the end of the line. I mean, and I guess they kind of try to throw a little spin to it where they run a spread and it. I don't know. It just there's stuff that's kind of look like it
The thing
develops
about the
kind of
slot
slow.
tee, wing tee is it doesn't matter what group of kids you have, you can always run.
That's right.
Right.
You don't always have the group of kids that can run a spread offense. So, but if you're going to have a program that runs it from 7th grade up, everybody's going to know how to do it, and it doesn't matter if you have great athletes or bad athletes. You can run that offense.
Right. So give my man Tyson down there a shout out.
Nobody works against it.
Yeah. Paul Pewitt will do some good stuff, for sure.
Not this week.
He
You
said
taking
not
Lennon?
fast. Not so
hold
fast.
on, hold on.
Hold on.
Did Lennon Kildare win a game last year,
When?
or the year before,
When?
I think they were like
or the year
0-10.
before that?
When? Last year.
Did they win a game last year?
I don't know.
I don't want to be a hater, but they went through like 4 coaches in like a 3-week period. One of them being the superintendent, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, so they did. They had a big turnover, and like people were quitting during the season.
In like 3 weeks, they had 4 coaches or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Like I don't know that they won a game last year or the year before, and possibly the year before that. You know what? I know they won a game. I'm being a hater. I didn't mean to, because that one kid had like 900 yards or something in a football game. I remember seeing it and being like, "What? This can't be true."
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so we
they
argued-
did win. My bad, Lennon Kildare.
So we had an argument about
I'm
that.
exaggerating a little bit, but he had like 400 or 500 yards in a game.
We had an argument about that last year, and it was like for the player of the week deal. And, the kid had some ridiculous number of rushing yards, and like, we got to give it to him. I was like, well, he ain't done nothing. I don't even know how did this happen? I mean, this has got to be something crazy. But anyway, the kid ended up really have them rushing yards. I don't know who they were playing, but it was a ridiculous deal. And now they got Timu Surratt down there, and they think that's the savior.
No, you didn't. Dude, that was uncalled for.
Oh, my bad. I mean, I'm just, hey, but the real Surratt's down. It's down in Carthage.
He's in the bloodline.
Yeah, he's in the bloodline. So I mean,
10 state championships
All right.
incoming. Lennon Kildare.
but
Yeah, last year was 0-10.
Was it? I wonder how, because we don't consider, like, if your team loses, you can't be considered for an MVP award. But I do remember that kid having a ton of yards or something.
He did. It was and I'm not even sure if he's on the team. But anyway, I don't know, man. I think I have seen some of their hype videos. They look like
They're all hyped.
they're hyped up, ready to
Let's
go.
go.
So,
all right.
Paul
Hey,
Pewitt better be watching out.
all right, a team that I'm telling y'all is going to be good this year, but I don't know if it's going to translate into playoff wins is Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, we got to see what the offensive line looks like. But every school has like a year or 2 years. Like, you know, Longview, let's say, all right, they have a track record like they've always been consistent. But every school is good for a good year or two. They have a good group come through. Like, this is Mount Pleasant's group.
I'm telling you that I've said this on a couple of shows is first thing Coach Stanford told me this year when I was asking him about how's district going to be or whatever. He said Mount Pleasant's going to give us heck.
Yeah. I don't know that Mount Pleasant is in a position just from experience to win that district, but they're going to beat some teams that we historically think would probably go the other way.
T High plays them on homecoming.
Yeah. I don't think they can beat a Texas High. But can they beat a Marshall? Yes. Can they beat everybody else in that district? I do think so. But I don't think it's one of those, hey, let's go over here and get this over with. Let's run the ball and be out of here in 2.5 hours. You know, it's not going to be that kind of game. They have 2 Division I defensive tackles, a Division I cornerback, which poses a big problem for Texas High, depending on where they place him, because Texas High, I mean, we know they want to sling it. And Ahmad Moore, I mean, I don't care who you got. 2 Division I defensive tackles on the same football team poses a huge problem.
Absolutely.
You know, and if you have a true lockdown corner, that's a problem. You know, so but
I'll
I
say-
think
but
it
I'll
all
say
comes
this.
down to their offensive line.
Hey, Chisholm wants that smoke. Tell that D1 on dude come on
there
down
ain't,
here.
There ain't no question.
I mean, when you're playing, and y'all know this, these dudes are gonna get a push, whether that's a foot or 2.5 feet. That's not going to be something that they're used to.
Right.
You know, and stopping them, Chisholm, Quay, they probably can stop them, but they're going to get pushed back off the ball.
I'm gonna tell you,
know?
we did a little skit with them the other day for one of our game day videos, and seeing those kids up close in pads and being down there, and I had to block one of them. It ain't good. It ain't good. I'm sorry. You'll see that one coming out in the next couple weeks. So.
Billy, you were a wide receiver back in the day, weren't you?
No, I didn't play football.
Did you not?
I played until high school. I was golf and basketball in high school.
How you go? Golf and basketball don't go together.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Evidently,
golf
he could hoop.
He could ball.
Evidently, Billy really could ball.
And apparently, he can
that's
play,
what I keep telling you, right?
apparently you play a little golf because he lives at the country club on the weekends. Yeah.
He's
He's
on
always
Snapchat.
Yeah, he's on
We're for,
Snap.
like, kids.
I just do that. I just do that for money on the side. That's the only reason I play golf.
You're a part-time tennis player as well.
Pickleball, sir. Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
That's what old
Oh
people
man,
do.
Jefferson starting the season off with Leonard coming to town. Chico Dragons. Chico. That sounds like a made up name.
It does.
Sounds pretty
They're
cool.
they're playing Detroit. My man keeps calling for Redwater. Who does Redwater got this week? Bullard
Brook
Brook Hill Guard. Yes, sir. Coming to Dragon Stadium, 7:30.
That's out of Tyler.
Are they out of Tyler?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's right. They are out of Tyler. And Redwater's going to be bringing in all the income off their logo from now on, which
Yeah,
I'm here for. I agree with.
Yeah.
Well, me and Jay
Anybody stealing your?
so before
Well, no, I mean, like I got a call from somebody, and we were talking about. I was like, dude, I might make somebody mad, but like I think all these shirts you see with people have put our logo on their shirts and have sold them like, and it kind of pisses me off. Not kind of, it does piss me off. And I
getting
know
hot
like,
over here
I know like
again.
the individuals don't the school, but like I think the school should do that and make money and do all that. It's not how big is your brand or this or that. Like,
but I
I
mean,
mean, like
I see
athletic
it.
booster club should be selling shirts.
Right, but I see it 2 ways though. I mean, I guess the school's trying to protect their logo and to make money. I get that for their booster clubs, but then I guess they were kind of treating it like there was somebody out in the community like mass producing their stuff.
Well, you've got to keep bullies like that school in Fayetteville from stealing logos
absolutely.
from
That's
Texarkana
right.
teams.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
And so you got to do that. You got to protect that.
I mean,
I get it. I see both ways of it. Just before the show started, me and Jay were talking about, it's like the Walmart deal that you brought up. Walmart slinging all them shirts.
Absolutely.
Give
Like,
zero back to the school.
Yeah, like go ask Walmart to sponsor something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Go ask Walmart to sponsor something. See how that works out. But they have all the school stuff. I don't go to Walmart, but I know I do Walmart pickup. But I know they sell them, and I can guarantee they're just taking.
They're not giving nothing back to the community.
So and they're you can't even go get a donation or even ask for one. So
they build some buildings in Fayetteville. They do good at that.
yeah, I bet they do.
Off selling Texas High shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
yeah,
okay.
man.
we,
Like,
want, we want our brand out there.
Yeah, so I'm personally for it. I mean, so shout out to them. Get a big win tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow night. It feels like Friday to me.
It
I guess
does.
because we're having football games. Graduate Robert Brown. What is your prediction?
For Redwater?
Redwater. You've been sitting there saying Redwater every time I go to a team. So tell me what your prediction is.
I mean, my little sister, she's on the medical squad.
Ah,
Sisters on the
They
medical
gonna need
squad?
that medical squad.
Let's
That's
go.
what I'm gonna tell you.
No, they're going. Hey, they're going to win this one.
She said they have hope.
yeah. That's all. That's
yeah,
all they
yeah,
need.
yeah.
That's all
I
they
saw
need.
their media day they did with Four States Imaging. It was pretty cool. Four States Imaging does some cool stuff. 21-14.
Redwater.
No, they're going to win way bigger than that. It's going to be like 42 to. They might let them score. Redwater's about to win this. They're going to dominate this.
I got Brook Hill sneaking them.
Of course you would.
Oh man, come on.
Dude's such a hater.
They're in our
you
district.
don't even know who the coach is at Brook Hill.
Yeah, he's a good
But I
coach.
do know who the coach is at New Diana, and that's Kerry Lane now. Grew up with Kerry. He was he kind of turned everything around at Pine Tree. Not kind of. He did turn everything around at Pine Tree. Had them playing for the playoffs. I mean, Pine Tree, since I was a kid, was the laughing stock of everything. I mean, like they weren't good at anything.
Now,
They
hold on
especially weren't good at football.
Hold on. Jason Roy would say that Spring Hill's the laughing stock down there.
No, Jason Roy. I went to school with Jason Roy, and I don't know why he would say that because
Pop used to say
I
Spring
mean,
Hill couldn't
when I
beat
played there, we
nobody.
were number 2 team in the state.
Nah, whoa.
No,
You
go look
throwing
it
out
up.
some
That's
stuff
not
now.
cap. That's no cap right
Hey.
there. Like I'm dead serious. We were.
Old Pop up there used to say that
Pop
Spring
come
Hill,
down to
Spring
show
Hill
the
used to
record
he'd
book.
say Spring Hill couldn't beat nobody.
Now, since that group I had left, they've not been great. I will admit. Now, the 01, 02, 03, like we were about that life. So I don't know what's happened since then. I do know what's happened since then. They want to be a baseball school, and I guess now they are. They finally won a state championship. But up to that point, I don't know why they thought they were a baseball school.
Right.
Like being good and getting beat in the third round doesn't make you a baseball school or a basketball school or anything, So, but that's what they thought. But anyway, Kerry Lane, I no longer think of Pine Tree. Well, I kind of do, but I no longer can say
It's
it
in your
and
blood.
mean it that
Yeah.
Pine Tree is like the laughing stock because I mean they're ranked. They're playing like they almost beat Kilgore last. They beat Texas High a few years ago. Like Pine Tree is a legitimate program. He went back to Gilmer, won a state championship at Gilmer, AD at Pine Tree, head football coach. Back to Gilmer. Now he's the AD, head football coach at New Diana.
Was he at New Diana last year?
No,
Okay.
this is his first year at New Diana. So they're playing Mount Vernon. So real test right off the bat.
Not sure how tough Mount Vernon is going to be, but I know that last year's team from New Diana. I'm not sure how many returners they have coming from that team, but that was a pretty stout team last year.
Yeah.
That was another big deal with them and Dangerfield. They're right down the road from each other, and there was a lot of trash talking going on. But I don't know.
I want to give a shout out to Addison Hurst, 1,000 career assists. Do we have that graphic, Donovan? I know I sent you a bunch of them, and I hadn't seen one pop up. So good job at not doing your job.
Zoom in right here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Morgan got told on too. I ain't said nothing to him, but I was gonna get on him after the show. But I'll go ahead and say it. He done got told on. He's got a barber that cuts that beard, so don't let him fool you. He didn't do that with
you
no
think
Mach
I
3.
go to the barber every day?
You done got told on in the chat.
By who?
Your old lady.
She don't know what I do.
I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, if anybody knows what I do, it's not her. I'm talking about.
She probably tells you where to go.
No.
Yeah, she does.
No,
I'm
I do.
not-
I do go
I-
to a
I-
barber to get my hair cut, and he does do that when I'm there. But like, my hair don't grow, Doug. Like, I go to the barber like once a month.
Okay, all right.
I did go yesterday though.
See, there we go.
That's why those lines look so good.
But
Yeah.
I do keep them up as best as I can.
Looking fresh.
When
up
I
here.
get out there in the wild out there and get 3 or 4 days, then I can't find the line that it used to be.
Right.
You know,
That's the same. That's the same thing I do.
not good.
I have to go back to my barber and say, "Hey, man, you got to line this stuff back up for
Yeah,
me."
Amy Colvin's 400 career wins. Tuesday night versus Tatum, we're going to be doing that game, and they'll recognize Coach Colvin's on that milestone achievement. Huh?
I got that graphic now.
Thank you. Put it up, please.
1,000 career assists. 1,000 anything's good.
Yep.
That is crazy.
It's a Ford
That
State
is-
imaging image right there too.
Dang. That's pretty
Good
cool.
shot. Congratulations, Donovan. Good job of doing your job finally.
He was now that he got Redwater passed. That he's,
Yeah, that was all he was.
gonna
He
get
just
us-
kept for no
Yeah.
reason. Redwater. Out of nowhere. Speaking of Redwater, they had a bond right for band? Did that get passed?
No, so that was another deal that they had that big thing that went on back in the spring for that bond. To,
Well, you vote on it to see if it gets put on the thing, or you vote on it to see
no,
if
no,
it
no,
passes?
no, no. This was vote to pass this bond,
Okay.
and it was the. And not only did it affect your cousin Tyler. I talked to him about it a couple times, several times about it. It was supposed to help out new field house, new track,
They
new
need to switch
turf
to turf.
field.
They really do need a turf
Yeah,
field.
turf
But it
field.
gets wet,
Yeah, it was a lot
especially
of,
at the baseball fields.
Oh well,
Was that a part of it?
no, that was
Dude,
the
hey.
baseball fields were not part of it, but
Hey, y'all got to do something, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's like floods for real down there, and it's been doing that for years, like since I was a kid.
right, and I truly believe, man, every school, every kid deserves the best stuff that a school can provide for them, right, or a community or whatever. No matter where your kids go to school, but the bond didn't pass, man. They didn't have enough people. It did not pass, and I was really shocked at that because, not only did it affect athletes, it was also going to affect band. They were going to expand their band hall and all kinds,
'cause
stuff
they
like
have a
that,
really great band program.
and redo that gym, But
So does Redwater, don't they? Sorry.
hey, they do got a dope their band vehicle with the logos and all
That
their
18-wheeler
wrapper
looking thing?
Yeah,
I've seen
it
the- yeah,
does
yeah,
look
yeah.
good.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Their band that totes their equipment, their truck, their
Redwater?
yeah,
Yeah.
You
it's
can't
wrapped
say
up.
dope when you're talking about high school stuff.
Oh, my bad. It was not. It's tight. I guess.
Hey,
Not-
so the
whatever it
band
is.
does the food too, right?
Hey, so
Somebody told me they have
Bro.
like the best concessions.
yes, sir. Hey, and I will say this: on the visitor side, the visitor side concession is run by the Booster Club, Band Boosters. Man, dude, they got all kinds of stuff. It's like fair night over there.
Really?
Yeah.
You like it when they
My
play
man
Redwater?
Chris Lanham at Diamond Bank, I think his son's on the band. I
Is
think,
he?
yeah, in the band, not on the band.
Diamond Bank now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I do know that. I came in and saw him the other
Diamond
day.
is
Yeah.
y'all soaking up everybody around
Yeah,
town.
dude. I need a job.
Is what it. Come on. Come on. Water's warm.
All right. In my opinion, the greatest college football opening weekend of all time. Lee Corso.
Yes.
Last college game day.
Is he going to
Ever.
don the horns?
That
Wasn't. No. What
He's
was
got to
his
put
first
on
one?
Brutus. He's got to put on Brutus.
I think he's going to put on Brutus. I think that's a mistake. But I think he might have some sentimental
Mistake.
Ohio State's starting a quarterback that's
I
never
think
played
Brutus
a college
was
down
his first
I
one.
ain't worried
against the
about
number
that.
one
Right.
ranked team in the state. Not in the state, in the nation. Like, I don't know how outside of home field advantage Ohio State is favored in this football game. I
They
don't
are
care.
favored.
I don't care who this quarterback is.
Yeah.
Dude, you're playing. Your first game is 1 versus 2. He ain't got ice in his veins like that. Nobody does. Vince Young, maybe.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game.
Yeah, October 5th, 1996, Brutus was the first
Okay.
headgear he
That's
put
what I was-
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know he's
He's
going to
gonna
close
end
out
it
with
with
it.
Brutus.
Yeah.
He's going to close
I
out.
don't know.
Not so fast.
That's why he may.
Not so fast.
He may start to put on Brutus and throw him down.
Yeah, if you're a college football fan, it's going to be an emotional last 15 minutes of that show.
I can see him putting just kind of Brutus on and then taking it off and then hooking them horns.
Have y'all seen the video where Herb Street's taking it hard? You
Yeah.
know, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I was
Oh,
watching. I
that's-
watched that the other day, and I was like, God, man, that's rough.
But one of the big travesties I think of this weekend, in my opinion, is this game being a noon kickoff. Like, I just don't understand why this isn't. I know it's the Fox Big Noon kickoff thing, but they're just doing college football wrong for this not being a night game.
I know. But I think that's every big game, and you get a lot of them in the SEC at 11. And I know the SEC isn't driving this one, but you get a lot of them in the SEC
Like
at 11.
this
11
Fox thing, like they need to do away with this noon stuff, man. Like this is just terrible for college football. I mean, it really is. I know we have LSU Clemson. Is that a night game? Is that a night game?
Here's the deal: is it?
Yeah, it's afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: is it's money driven, and there's no doubt that being at a game at night is a completely different atmosphere. I'll argue that all day long, and it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if it's Arkansas, Southwest Votech. If it's 11 o'clock or if 7 o'clock, it's a totally different atmosphere. But to put these big games, you know, and I know it's money driven, but you're right.
Let me give you other options. They could have had Notre Dame, Miami at noon, which is a top 10 matchup. They could have had this LSU Clemson game at noon. They're both playing that game at 6:30. They're playing the same. They're pitting them against each other. They should just have Texas Ohio State. I mean, a lot of schools start off like, all right, iron sharpens iron. A lot of schools start off like that. Then you have teams that play like Alabama A&M to start their season. And, you know, they try to get these wins out of the way because they know they're not going to win much in conference. But, you know, yeah, a school like Texas is going to play a legitimate opponent right off the bat, like an Ohio State, you know. Just for Oklahoma playing Illinois State, you know. Arkansas playing Alabama State, you know. Indiana playing Old Dominion,
No, Arkansas is playing Alabama.
A&M.
A&M. So we're gonna get 2 wins this
Well,
week. It's always good.
you know,
It's always good to put one
twist
on
that.
A&M and Alabama
like
early in
Georgia
the season.
playing Marshall, you know. But like, you know, some of these schools, man, they want to play these patty cake games.
Wait until Arkansas versus Memphis, game of the year.
Oh,
So, big Memphis guy over here.
big Memphis guy.
Well,
Jeremy Harrell just sent me a text. He said we're just hours away from giving the people what they want.
well,
it's
you
gonna
know,
be a show.
I
We're
saw
gonna put
it-
on a show.
I saw a comment the other day that said you put a picture of your house, and I think Looney put
That was a picture of my yard, is what it was.
Game day must be paying well, and I almost commented it'd be paying a lot better if y'all would quit talking about wrestling.
No, I,
You could have a much bigger house.
I don't know anything about wrestling, so it's not me who's talking wrestling.
The biggest complaint I get is get these guys to quit talking about wrestling.
It's probably
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to tell them that.
it's probably right behind. Get these guys to quit talking or yelling.
But hey, some of those parents, when it gets blowout time, they want you to
wanna
talk
hear
about
it.
their
Yeah.
kid.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's a starter,
absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely.
So is it going Jay and Matt on the call for Pleasant Grove,
Yep.
and then we got
Billy and
Billy
Jeremy.
and Jeremy. Hey, yeah.
All right. When does John Gruden become Arkansas's next head coach?
Arkansas is not going to pay to get rid of Pittman.
I feel like his buyout should be pretty low now, right? He's in the last 2 years of his contract.
It's not.
What is it?
I don't know. What
I mean,
it is,
so
but it's
obviously y'all ain't got A&M money, is what you're telling me.
not. No, absolutely we don't.
Y'all gonna ride this train out. Mm-hmm. You know, I've always been a fan of Pittman because he's been good to us, and you know, but I'm not a fan of what had happened here with the high school NIL thing. You know,
Yeah.
a player from Texarkana being taken just to a town real close to.
They were
Fayetteville.
they were
It
protecting
happens.
their asset.
No, it hasn't happened ever.
Well, not here.
Well, he was the first one, but they was
Yeah.
protecting an asset. I mean, that's basically what it was.
It's a new world.
Texas would never. Just letting y'all know.
Texas would never, and then say Texas doesn't have to.
So y'all gonna ride it out with Pitt. What's his buyout? Do you have it like a
I don't know.
ballpark?
I don't have a
Y'all just
ballpark.
can't afford it?
I
No
just
matter
know
what it is, y'all can't afford it.
He don't
Okay.
bank it
It's-
down the bank.
It's well, I wouldn't divulge it if he did, but
Oh,
If he were to get fired, what happens to the Hot Springs thing? Does this just go to the next coach? Like, you can't have the Hogs out there after you've been fired, right?
no. Once a hog, always a hog.
No, that's not true.
What?
Y'all treat.
You
some
seen
of
them on
y'all-
my teeth?
Y'all treat.
I showed you. I got
Y'all
two
treat
new
some of
ones.
y'all's coaches like they just don't exist. You know,
No.
they can't even ride motorcycles.
No, yeah, they can't.
Hey,
Hell, they are a coach.
Speaking of him, he's moving to the booth this year.
Is he really?
Instead of being on the field.
Good.
So he said he could do a better job from up top.
We need them all up there.
We got
then.
Tracy Rogers going to be at the Arkansas game.
Tracy takes some good
Yeah, man, he
pictures for
does.
sure. Buddy of mine.
My buddy Freddie Beckwith, I see he just commented. He's going to do the Notre Dame game.
Ooh,
So that'll be
worldwide.
fun. Yep. They said Michael Applebaum said there's another that was in Florida, but they moved to Conway to play his senior year and is committed to Arkansas.
See, telling you,
I will
it
say this,
happens.
I'm not a fan of high school NIL I don't even have to explain why, but I'm not a fan of it. But if you were going to do it the way Arkansas did it, is the way to do it. And I'm probably going to mess some of this up, but I know this to be a fact. You have to be accepted into college at an Arkansas university.
Correct.
Okay, so that puts you way ahead of the 8 ball already. They're trying to keep the talent in state going there, and that's the way to do it. And it's only valid for your senior year. And there's like some requirements, but I know that's the big one, and that's the smart way to do it to keep your talent. So
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of talent in Arkansas, but what we have, we got to keep.
absolutely.
Know the rules and play the rules.
But I will say this: doing this kind of activity on Texas recruiting grounds is going to hurt them long term. Whether that's Pittman there or not, this happens a few more times, and it's not just regionalized to our area. It gets to a much larger area. They're going to have major problems recruiting in Texas. And if you take that Texas recruiting away from them, what's that about to look like?
That's true.
I think you're bad now.
Yeah,
You know,
that'll hurt. It'll sting for sure.
So Quinn Stanfield, hypothetically, 2024 termination would have resulted in a payment of approximately $12.14 million. Man, y'all are broke, dog. Y'all can't pay him $12 million to your football. Legitimately, y'all can't pay him $12 million.
Well, 12, but then, I mean, you're talking about getting, and the thing is people throw all these names out there. All Arkansas does, and I'm the biggest Hog fan there is, but all we do is get people raises. John Gruden, I know he said SEC, but he ain't wanting to go to Arkansas.
He wants to go to Tennessee.
He ain't getting the Tennessee job.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. I mean, you say $12 million, but $12 million turns into about $40 million once you
Another
start.
one, defensive back from California. This will be the downfall if they. I know they're bad now, but man, let them do that.
But if they pull off a national championship in the next 2 to 3 years because of that, it doesn't matter. At that point in time, they're going to have the pool.
That's right.
That's not going to happen. I don't even know how you can say that and not laugh.
What?
Well,
Come on,
they're doing
Jay.
it for a reason. That's what they're trying to build it for.
Hey, Billy liked what Jay said.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds great, but it's not going to happen.
But we believe in ifs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is our year. I hear that all the time.
Oh, we're
Hey,
back.
You know,
Hey, listen,
they're
this-
going to beat Alabama A&M. Talking about Ohio State sucks. We beat them by 60. Taylor Green, is that his name? Taylor Green.
Yeah,
Taylor Green for Heisman against Alabama State or Alabama A&M.
He's a
whoever
good
y'all
quarterback.
name. I don't even know where y'all find some of these
kind of
schools
a
y'all play.
Kaepernick
Let me
kinda
look
guy.
at Arkansas' schedule. See how patty cake this is.
Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame. They're always going to be ranked because the media likes them. You know, they ain't really about nothing. Every time Notre
Here
Dame
we
plays
go.
in a national championship game, we know it's going to be a bad game. Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're not lying.
Let me see if they're even on.
So- Who
you-
Arkansas is even on ESPN here. I had to act like I liked them last year because Landon was there. Well, you know, Akari's there. That might be all right.
See?
All right, so they play Arkansas State. Ooh, y'all better not lose to Arkansas State. Y'all better not lose to Arkansas. If y'all lose to Arkansas State, oh my God. Y'all did lose Louisiana Tech that one time.
My wedding's the next
No,
day.
they
That
Louisiana Tech?
No, it's also Northeast
No.
Texas.
wasn't Louisiana Tech.
Man.
Northeast
Citadel.
Texas.
So you got
I'm looking forward to November 22nd.
Is that Arkansas, Texas?
It is.
In Austin.
going to be a beatdown. Arkansas, Ole Miss, week 3. And then you got another patty cake game against Memphis.
That'd be bad. Hey,
We got a new guy start here. He's a Memphis fan for some reason.
be bad.
Like he likes losing as well. Then you got Notre Dame, Arkansas. Let me give you a prediction here. All right, week 1 win. I'm gonna pull the upset week 2, 1-1. Then you're 1-2. I don't know. You'll probably beat Memphis. No. 2-2. Then you go 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6. Mississippi State 3-6. They're going to lose to LSU. 3-7. Texas 3-8. Missouri. Man, y'all go 3-9, dog. Hey, best case.
Hold on.
Best case 4-8.
Oh man, that's terrible. Are they going?
That's tough.
And he's going to
Crazy.
keep his job. Getting on here talking about this is the biggest, most physical, most fastest team we've ever had since I've been here. He did say that.
He did say that.
And he got a secret weapon. Taylor Green. He said that too.
he has to say that. I
Bobby
mean, he can't
Petrino.
say anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you can get up there and say, yeah, we're fixing to go 4-8 or 3-9.
Just say, hey, man, just give me my payday and let me go about my business.
That's okay. I'll be at all the home games. And probably in Austin.
Jay, you going to
Man,
Austin
I ain't
that
going to
weekend?
that. That's sad. That's
I don't think so.
Is that Thanksgiving weekend, the 22nd, or is it the 29th Thanksgiving weekend?
29th, I believe.
29.
Hey, it's going to be it's either 4:30. Oh my God, flex 3:30 or 4:30 or 6.
What's that?
Or 8 p.m. for the Arkansas game.
Arkansas what?
Texas.
Oh, they already.
Hey, Arkansas
they already
does
said-
always play Texas.
I didn't
well.
know they. I didn't know
Yeah,
they already
Arkansas
had that
does
one.
always play Texas well, but I mean, barring something crazy, that's gonna be a tough year for y'all, homie. But you're used to those.
Well,
Jay, tell us about them Longhorns who are not used to being Arkansas.
Well, we're fixing to move into the Manning era, and I'm excited about that. You know, we've seen him play, I think, in 12 games, but none of them are going to be as big as the one this weekend for him. And he's got a lot of pressure, but he's handled it well in the press. And so that's what's going to be impressive to me is, you know, once game time comes, you know, his grandfather tells him either get out of bounds or get down. You know, and I do think that he's going to have to be mindful of that as he moves through the season, because I mean, you know, he's very, very mobile. He's very, very quick. You know, and so he's got tons of weapons. As a Texas fan, I'm excited.
If you could see a weak spot in the team, which I'm sure there's not a weak spot, but what's the weakest link of the Texas team this year?
It's the defensive backs.
Yeah, I mean, because they're going to get thrown at. You know, there's going to be some
Green
you know,
gonna pick 'em apart.
There's going to be some 50 and 60 yard
That's football.
Yeah,
plays
So,
against
but
Texas.
if you have to pick something, it's got to be that. But listen, I was telling, it might have been maybe my dad, no matter what Arch does, unless he wins the national championship, he's going to get roasted by everybody. There has not been this kind of hype for a player that I can remember since LeBron James. And LeBron James somehow lived up to that hype, depending on who you ask. And I don't know that he can live up to this hype. I don't know that anybody can live up to this hype. What are the odds he lives up to this kind of hype?
man,
I told my
in order to live up to this hype, he's got to win it all.
I told my dad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If he goes week 1 and throws 185 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, that's not a win. Like that, they can win, and he's going to get roasted. If he throws 403 picks, they're going to roast him. Like he's about to get it. This is where these journalists try to make a name for themselves and say something wild, so it makes national headlines, and that's how they grow their name to get hired bigger. And they're about to use him as a reference for that. And you'll probably be doing case studies about this going forward. They weren't doing that 20 years ago. Media was different than they are now. Now they have to say something crazy. But I know we got to get out of here. But before we do, I saw Donnie Kelly say Miami 12-0.
He believes.
Y'all going to get beat by them
Mr.
Mormons,
305.
not Mormons, Catholics. Notre Dame's about to give it to y'all.
Dang.
Where are they playing at? Because, Miami don't even have a home stadium. So I don't know where
Not Notre Dame.
they're playing at Notre Dame too. Ooh, Catholics versus
South
convicts.
Bend.
I will say this:
Looks first convicts.
the first
That's
thing,
the Netflix show.
the funniest thing I saw, and like made me laugh, and I was like, maybe. What's the quarterback that transferred from Georgia? Playing Carson Beck. So he started dating the Cavender twins, one of the Cavender twins, which is y'all probably know who that is, but they're famous on social media. He started dating these. What are they? Social media people? What are they called?
Influencers.
Influencers. But they're on the basketball team, so like they're legitimate. He starts dating one of them. I don't know which one, and evidently he cheats on her.
Oh Lord.
And the meme the next day was like something like, "Hold on, we got a quarterback that drives a Lamborghini, that has a really pretty girlfriend and cheats on her with a Latina chick, Miami's back. Oh, man, okay, all right. I sent that to everybody I knew. It was funny. It probably wasn't exactly that, but it was pretty
Something
funny.
like that.
Anyway, 7 p.m. kickoff tonight, Texas High versus Legacy, which hopefully they changed the names back.
I know.
Since who did
Well,
it?
I think the petition to do that, right?
Midland Lee's change them back to Midland Lee.
Right.
I don't know, but maybe is Tyler looking to do that?
Well,
Because I
maybe
still,
I
it's
confused
hard for me to call them Legacy.
Right.
Which I mean, whatever. But it's just I don't know. John Tyler, Tyler Lee, whatever.
Yeah.
But Timothy Brown's in Florida for some reason. He's going to be watching the Leopards tomorrow night. I'm assuming from Florida. We'll see. Hey, Paris game day this year. North Lamar is going to be on first week. Week 2 will be PG Paris. It'll be a big game for both of them. But let's get through this week. Jay, what do you got for us?
I think all of our home teams are going to pull out some W's, and it's all about getting better each week. And we've got those circled games for each team. You know, you got Gilmer for PG, Carthage for PG in the playoffs. So you just got to get better each week.
Kilgore or Carthage?
Carthage is picked by 6, but I'm going to go with Kilgore.
I'm going Kilgore too. Let's go, Coach Fuller.
Go Tigers.
He can't even.
I was waiting on Billy. There, Billy said, "Go Tigers."
All right.
Okay. Hey guys, get out, support these kids. I know if you can't make the game, you can always catch them on YouTube. But like and subscribe, like Morgan said, and go Hornets.
Till next time.